You remember everything I told you. You remember I told you some because the movie 300, my wife already the moon put away a certain individuals because they tried to break into my wife's shadow on and lint a social habitation because of certain notoriety of other certain host social star charts and a reflection of the anatomy of the purity at certain points when certain men were knights that went in to go help another magi majesty or a magi emperor, not majesty, or lord, or magi lord, a certain type of way in social habitation. So certain them of the reflection of being in habitation and other things, you know, my wife already put some of them away and stuff. Naturally, telling you the truth. And then on top of it, them creating an event where my wife can't allow it in her natural metaphysics or physics or mythology a certain type of way, and other people that was lost in the element. Because you see, when the other movie, there's a continuance of the other movie we're watching when I was telling you about Leah and Rachel being on the southeast, but the western region. A person's wondering because I'm the natural head of the elements a certain type of way, and then you gotta remember there's other people causing sicknesses and coronaviruses in the other rooms in the motel I'm staying at. So I'm here by myself and stuff, literally. I'm literally here by myself. I don't have nobody here with me at all. So, you know, you have people committing slorish acts because they want me to commit kabuki because, you know, they just want to go after my land and my riches, and people that doesn't know no for answer. Or you might have people that's just some enterprising kids and they knew they traveled here through a type of ship or portal or something, or a certain type of way in social habitation, and they weren't supposed to be here, so they want to live a thorough life and say, oh, fuck him, let him die, this and the other, and then you're going to try to make it to their point, whatever situation. So you got to be careful, and then the communication, and I told you, these are people that's very...
What? Get off! What?
I'm seeing things. I think we're running out of oxygen. Okay, we have to move. What is that? You saw that too, right?
Most likely it's something that was put away in consecration and not supposed to be on that land. So then on top of it is on an enormous level in the natural anatomy and a point of reflection. Remember, I'm creation myself, and then look at that. And then my wife, I told you she done put certain things away, and then the situation. And then, you know, this is the year of reflection, refinement, jewel stone, and element, magnetism, and then the situation is already reflecting a certain type of way because it's a concentrated atmosphere. It's a concentrated atmosphere, so you're gonna see the levels of the situation a certain type of way, and then causing already destruction by being there, and they weren't supposed to be there at the time because it's not meant for them to be in this habitation. So the natural visual point of reality of what could cause to the intensity of the anatomy to the things that they probably already did, the situation is reacting that they should be put away a certain type of way because the natural vibration conduct of their matter and remember, I'm on a celestial level telling you this. So it's just dealing with precise cellular activity. So it's just telling you how serious the situation is on the level of physics with certain individuals. So, you know, I'm just going to be real, probably majority of them, you might be want to check their underwear. Another person that's supposed to develop sperm from when they're 12 years old, or from they're 12 years old, they got to be removed from this planet because it's only meant for me and my wife. This is only for social recovery. If my children already, if this is a planet for my wife and my children, the stars have to social recover at a time without having sex. They can't have sex at all around me because, you know, I'm the head of all social dignity. You don't want to confuse the empress when it comes to her mentality because it'll cause her to get raped maliciously in other places or in my social habitation, and it'll lead up to the end of the world. So if individuals is around me having sex on my planet and I'm creation himself, it's confusing my wife, and then you're gonna have all type of situations, warning signs, natural things that manifest a certain type of way, telling individuals get the fuck up out of here because this is something beyond. It shows you the danger of one's mentality, and it's like a warning, a scaring sign to warn you to stay the fuck away. And if a person's having sex, or it can mutate the situation depending on the conduct. And we on a motel, and this is the motel world. But my private quarters, you see a difference. It's just a pure situation, a certain type of way, in my own private quarters, and then you have a situation. You see, my situation is common. This situation is intensifying a certain way. So, and then I have to make sure. But I told you I'm going to commit kabuki. So literally. Because of these type of people and their slurish acts. So, you know, their whorish, slurish acts and adulterous affairs, and the generation that's not caring, and you know, they just trying to manipulate, and the majority of them probably already did something wrong and stuff. And then on top of it, the martial arts that they probably already know and practice a certain type of way without letting people know and stuff.
Hey, look.
And then they're probably reconditioned. And then you see that look like Freaky, right? That look like the situation, right?
Did you do that?
See, not even supposed to be. That's an origin there. Also, that's already endangered the social star chart. Not even supposed to be it. It shows. That's already showing you level of physics that something's fucked up already. You know, I'm original, so I could tell you this. When it comes to one's natural orientations of one's denacros, one's natural orientations of one's denacros. So, I'm a person of regardment, even of one's social habitation, but also of one's secure, to make sure one's precipitation of ratio it is at a point of decalic. Original, I know we'll speak exactly what I'm speaking about. Depending on one's innocency, because we're in 2021. So, you know, I'm gonna just be real. I have nothing else to say. You're listening. You know, you need to take a lot of things in life serious. And I told you I'm the original. I'm the Vuitton himself. So, you know, I have nothing else to say about other things. But, you know, be very careful, because remember, we're in a year of refinement, reflection, jewel stone, and element. All right? Have a wonderful life. Have a wonderful life, and I have nothing else to say. As personally, to these that's watching my YouTube, that's upright, that didn't do nothing wrong in the human condition of physics, to those others, if you did something, then too bad for you, and I'm regarded, but I'm one of one's